can do the impossible to save the woman he loves. My husband is no normal man.
Hey guys, this is Batman Dam with a movie review on The Legend of Tarzan. So The Legend of Tarzan, directed by David Yates, starring Alexander Skarsgård, if I'm pronouncing it right, as Tarzan, and Margot Robbie as Jane, is a story based on the fictional character Tarzan. For starters, if you're expecting an origin story of Tarzan, this is not the movie you have to look for. I can say that I'm a pretty big fan of Tarzan. As a kid, I used to watch the animated series a lot. I have even played the PC game dozens of times, and I really like this character. So as a fan, I was expecting an origin story in this movie, but the story is something else. In fact, this story is set up years after the origins. This movie is like the sequel to the origin story. Just to summarize it, Tarzan, now called as John Clayton, is a civilized man who lives the life of a lord in London and is married to Jane Clayton. And now he wants to go back to his forest in Africa to stop the evil deeds of the villain Leon Rom, played by Christoph Waltz. This is just the gist of the movie. There's a lot more stuff happening. And I have to say that this was a fun and entertaining movie with a mixture of good things and some issues. Let's talk about the characters in this movie. Alexander Skarsgård as Tarzan, in my opinion, was a very good casting choice. Look-wise, he was very appropriate. He was more than 6 feet tall, he looked very strong and athletic. And about his acting, there was nothing great or notable in his performance, but he did a pretty decent job as Tarzan. He was calm and serious in the movie.
Drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot.
Not that calm, he was actually calm and serious. And next we have Margot Robbie as Jane Clayton. She was very good in this movie. She played the role of a beautiful, friendly, cocky woman so perfectly. She just gets better and better, and I'm so eager to see her as Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad. Her relationship with Tarzan is one of the best things that is shown in the movie. We also have Christoph Waltz as Leon Rom, who's the villain in this movie. And he plays the same type of villain which he had already played in his previous movies. He played the same calm and composed villain with an evil plan role, which he always does. If you know Christoph Waltz, you would know that he's a very good actor. And I think that he wasn't used to his full potential in this movie. We also have Samuel L. Jackson playing the supporting role as George Washington Williams. This was an interesting character and he was funny. As always, he did a very good job. Let's talk about the technical things in this movie. There is a lot of CGI in this movie, and for the most of it, the CGI was good. But there were these parts where the CGI looked a bit off. If you see comparatively, The Rise of the Planet of the Apes and The Jungle Book had much better CGI than this movie. It looked fine in the initial parts of the movie, but in the climax, the animals looked a bit fake. This movie has some great background music, especially in the second half. The music in the second half was so good that the feels just kick in. And that was one main reason why I liked the second half of the movie more than the first half. The story of the movie, I think it was well paced. It just builds up in the first half, and there are a few flashback scenes which explain how he became Tarzan and how he met Jane. But the second part of the movie is where the actual action happens. One of the main problems with the movie is that it's a bit too over-dramatic. They should have added more elements of fun in this movie. This movie takes itself very seriously. In the end, I would say that this was an entertaining movie with some flaws, and if you're a Tarzan fan, you'll really like this movie. I'm going to give this movie 3 out of 5 bats. And as always, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, share this video, and please subscribe to my channel for more videos. This is Bat Van Dam, and I'll see you in the next video.